Yes guys, and welcome back to a brand new video guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, AS Roma in the Europa League semi-final guys, second leg guys. Anyway guys, without further ado, let's just get straight into today's video. We made 3 changes from the last game against AS Roma in the first leg, talking about the starting 11. So we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Bailey, Maguire, Shaw, Pogba, Fred, Greenwood, Fernandes, Van der Beek and Cavani. Getting into the overall reaction now, yes! Get in! Cavani double C's are safely through to the final. Final, here we come. Bring on Villarreal. First final for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. United through despite defeat. Not the result we were after. We lost the game, but we are in the final. The tie was over in the first leg. We looked rusty from start to finish. That's a wake-up call. Defence was dreadful today. Cavani was unreal. De Gea is my man of the match. We panicked in times. A lack of focus and concentration costed us the 3 goals. We kept losing possession too easily. Individual brilliance got us the 2 goals. Let's go to Poland and win the Europa League final. Oh, I love that. Let's not fuck up the final. We got the job done. Not many players didn't have a good game. We made it tough for ourselves. First half, poor. Second half, not good enough. Performance wasn't good enough. It is what it is. Up the fucking Reds. We move on. Anyway guys, let's just get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? I think the performance as a whole, it was not a good performance, I don't think. What it is with us, and because of Ole, he doesn't really rotate his squad enough, and when you don't rotate your squad enough, players are rusty, and we've seen it time and time again this season as well. We had Donny van der Beek, who was starting the game from the off and did not have a great game. I think he was rusty. Many players were rusty after not playing a long time. Bailly as well, obviously coming off his COVID as well, didn't have a great game as well. Not many players had a great game in this game, I thought it was a disappointing game, obviously, to watch. I thought, to be honest, it was a very open game, very end-to-end. I didn't expect us to lose this 3-2, to be honest. It wasn't one of those games where you would expect us to lose this game. It's one of those performances, to be honest, because we rotated the squad. Obviously, we had that busy schedule ahead with playing Villa, Leicester and Liverpool, so we had to rotate. It wasn't easy, to be honest. It wasn't one of those games where we deserved to lose at the end of the day. It was one of those games where it was an open game from start to finish, end to end. We had chances, they had chances that they should have took, chances that we should have took as well. Cavani should have had 4 goals to his name. You know, very open game from start to finish. You know what, it was one of those games at the end of the day. I think a lack of focus and concentration costed us the 3 goals. It was just one of them, to be honest. It's always disappointing to lose a game, but you can't do anything about it. What got us through this leg, what got us through these 2 legs was the first leg, where we won that 6-2 on aggregate. I think if it wasn't for that first leg, it could have been a different story. And to be honest, it could have been a different story in the second leg as well, because it was such an open game. I think it could have finished 6-6. It was one of those games, a very open game, end-to-end game. Didn't expect it because it was so one-sided in the first leg. You didn't really see it in this leg either. Obviously, Roma coming into this game would have thought, well, with us, obviously the tie done and dusted with, we need to go out there, show some pride and try and at least go and win the game. And that's what they did. They won the game. Fair play to Roma. They've beaten us for the second time. I think it was one of them where we didn't really deserve to lose the game, but we had to learn from our mistakes that we made. It just goes to show when you rotate the squad too much, don't have players that are fully match fit, don't have the match sharpness, due to the rustiness, it goes down to, that's why you concede these 3 goals. When you take a Man City side like Pep Guardiola does, he always rotates his squad, and when he always rotates his squad, gives players opportunities, and because they always play, they're not rusty. Whereas when we play our first 11 all the time, those players are finding they've got the momentum, they've got the rhythm to score goals, but when we turn to our bench, our players are rusty. You've got to be rotating your squad time and time again. We don't do that enough. And when you take that Man City side that always rotate the squad, their players are not rusty. They're always on top of their game. But I think it's a wake-up call though for the final. Definitely. You've got to sort of, think about, we made 3 mistakes, lack of concentration, lack of focus, costed us those 3 goals. But it was one of those games, the first tie won it for us, and the tie was over in the first leg. And it was one of them, and Cavani was unreal, De Gea was unreal as well, my man of the match. I thought we panicked in times, and individual brilliance got us the 2 goals, definitely for sure, and we go to Poland in the final. Let's not fuck it up now. We got the job done against a difficult Roma side, and I think getting into the game now, I thought first half, I think, very end-to-end, very open game, obviously, like I said before. I think the first half was not great on our side, to be honest. I think we just kept on giving possession away too easily in stupid areas when we shouldn't be, and giving them the ball too easily. Just little things like this. Keep giving the ball away, defending well in times. Looked a bit shifty, looked a bit rusty as well. I think our midfield really let us down, to be honest. I think Roma really dominated the midfield. Our midfield just could not handle their midfield, to be honest. We couldn't close them down. We were just too open in the midfield, I think. And what was it? Not the right balance, or I don't know myself. I think we were just not doing our job in the midfield, and I think we just couldn't keep hold of the ball, and we just kept giving it away too easily as well. I also thought we had a good lineup, and we just couldn't transpire it in the game. And obviously De Gea had been fantastic in the game from start to finish, made some fantastic saves, and obviously Cavani had two chances before he scored, and it should have been more as well. But yeah, I think the first half was not good enough. I think the midfield was too wide open. Our defence was wide open. I think we were very open in that game, and I think we were there for the taking, to be honest. And I think we're lucky not to concede more goals. And I think Roma were all around us in that game. I think Roma had nothing to. Roma had to go out all guns blazing, and they did, but they didn't take their chances. They had more chances than us, and they didn't take them. De Gea kept us in the game, kept us in the tie, and first half was not good enough. I think we did go 1-0 up inside the first half or something like that, and then I think in the second half it just wasn't good enough. I think we obviously came out, got the second goal, and then we made changes earlier on at the beginning of the half. We bring off Wan-Bissaka and Shaw, Telles and Williams come on, and we're too wide open, and we're playing it too narrow, too direct, and then we started conceding the stupid goals. And then the first goal we conceded was just really bad defending. Second goal we conceded because Fred gets caught out in possession, and third goal we conceded because Telles is sucked in and he's playing it too direct, and we're not going out to the player, stop the cross coming in, and just simple things like this costed our game, to be honest. And that was why we lost the game, and that was why we didn't win this game, because we just made mistakes defensively, and we couldn't really put them right, and we just kept on making mistake after mistake after mistake, and they got their 3 goals, they won the game, but they know that's a positive. And obviously they were trying to perform well because of Jose Mourinho being their next manager as well for next season as well. So, but yeah, one of those games, to be honest. We lost the game 3-2. We're through despite defeat. We made it tough for ourselves as well. Very tight, edgy game, wide open game as well, very end to end. Didn't expect them to win it. I thought we were going to come into this game with confidence and win the game, but it was one of them. We didn't really deserve to lose the game. I think it was just one of them where we knew that we were already in the final and there was nothing to play for, and we thought this was going to be. But again, though, it's the mentality. I think the mentality was wrong. When you obviously go into games like this, the mentality is always wrong, and I think that's how we lost the game. We lost the game down to stupid mistakes, and the mentality was wrong. And I think the attitude was there, just couldn't transpire it into the game, and we put out a good lineup, and we just couldn't take our chances, and could have been more goals, and it is what it is. It's one of them at the end of the day, and it is. That's just how it is. It's football, and individual brilliance got us the 2 goals down to Cavani, and it's one of them at the end of the day, and definitely is. Not the result we were after, but who cares? The tie was pretty much done and dusted with in the first leg at Old Trafford. We are now in the final in the Europa League, and the first final for Ole. Am I nowhere so excited going into this final? A bit of both, to be honest. I think it's very exciting going into a European final, like in the Europa League. Obviously, we don't want to be in the Europa League, and I think at least, we can say we can get a trophy this season. And if we win this on Wednesday, we'll say it's been a great season for us. We knew that Ole needs to pack it up with the trophy this season, and he's got the chance to do it now. One of them where you have to say, let's not fuck it up now. This is the time to shine. This is the time to get your hands on a trophy. This is the time to put in a shift in now on Wednesday. Perform well. You have to turn up against this one against Villarreal, because we know this is going to be probably our toughest game yet, our biggest game of the season in years probably. I'm excited. I think the nerves will kick in on Wednesday. It's a big occasion. We know we're in a final in the Europa League. We've come this far now. It's the fact that let's not bottle this now. We're in a great position against a very tough team in Villarreal. I think they're okay side. I think they might trouble us, but I think we can handle them if we can defend properly from start to finish. We know that Harry Maguire's out, and we know that they've got a big player out as well injured. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. I'm going to be excited and nervous. I think the players will be nervous, and I think it's the fact that the players need to settle down themselves, settled into the game, settle down the nerves, and then go and play your football. Enjoy it. Let's embrace it, and let's create memories. Go out there, play the best football that we possibly can do. The fans are going to be there. The fans will get behind them. We need to perform well. We need to turn up. We need to perform for a full 90 minutes. I'm fucking excited for this one. Definitely for sure. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to become the first player and manager to lead out his team. If he can get some silverware in his hands on Wednesday, I'll be so pleased with this team. I'll be so pleased for this team of what we've achieved this season. Finishing second and win a trophy as well. It's in the sights. And I'll tell you, if we perform to our potential best, we will win this. And we will beat Villarreal. Mark my words. I'm confident as well coming into this game. I think it's the fact that we have to pick up the confidence as well coming into this one. If we get the confidence against Wolves, the players are going to be confident, the staff are going to be confident. I'm nervous, excited at the same time, but I cannot wait for this final. Bring on Villarreal. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be our biggest game of the season. It's going to be game of the season, but it's going to be the biggest game everyone's career, to be honest. It's the fact that you're in the final, embrace it, let's create memories. Go out there, turn up, perform well. Let's get that win and let's get our hands on that Europa League trophy. I cannot wait for this final. What should we expect from Villarreal? Will this be our toughest game yet in terms of our Europa League campaign or our biggest game of the season? I think it's the biggest game of the season, but also it's going to be the biggest game of Ole's career. Not only just Ole's career, but it'll be the biggest game of everyone's career, to be honest. I mean, we've won this trophy before. We won it back in 2017 and with the first silverware. This will be Ole's first silverware as manager. I think it's going to be the biggest game yet. We have to take this seriously. We know we're in the final now against a big team in Villarreal. We know this is going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. What should we expect from Villarreal? Tough side. I think they're going to defend well as a team. They're going to be compact. They're going to really frustrate us defensively. They're going to put men behind the ball. They're going to really frustrate us in the game from start to finish. I think they're going to come to us. I think it's going to be a very technical and tactical game from start to finish. I think they're going to be dangerous on the counter-attack. I think they're going to be quick in the transition. I'm expecting a good game against Villarreal. They're going to defend well. It's always tough against Spanish teams. They know it's their biggest game of their career. This is their first final as well. We just got to take this seriously. I think if we turn up, perform well, Ole puts out the right team selection, perform to our potential best, get the fans on our side, and if we can win this away from home as well, in Poland, we would have gone unbeaten away from home this season. What an achievement that would have been. Let's keep up this good record. I think that's what we're going to expect from Villarreal. They're a tough side, they're going to defend well as a team, they're going to be compact at the back. They'll frustrate us, and I think we have to just take our chances when we get them. It's going to be our toughest game yet. Yes, it's going to be our toughest game yet in the Europa League campaign. Obviously, we are in the final. You have to take it seriously. It's the biggest game yet in years, and we've just got to take this seriously. Take it seriously. Take it one game at a time. Let's look forward to Wolves first, and then let's look forward to this massive, big encounter against Villarreal. Looking forward to this one. I cannot fucking wait for this game. Honestly, I cannot wait. Who is my man of the match? I think it's hands down got to be David De Gea. I think it's either between De Gea or Cavani. I think De Gea, he kept us in the game, could have been more goals. Roma could have easily gone through. This one's easy. De Gea made some cracking saves, kept us in the game. De Gea's got to be my man of the match, hands down. Fantastic in the game from start to finish. How do we beat Villarreal in the final? Now, this is going to be a very technical and tactical game. I think coming into this game now, I think Ole's going to have to get his right team selection. He's going to have to get his tactics right from start to finish. I mean, the tactics need to be on point in this game. This game could be a game where it could be all down to one mistake. One team takes it right at the death. This could be one of these games where it could be a very tight and edgy game and everyone's on the edge of their seat. You'd be thinking whoever makes a mistake, whoever fucks up, could be winning this final. I think it could be one of those games. So So I think it's going to be a very technical and tactical game of a point of view. I think we have to tactically get it right against these lot. I think Villarreal, I think they're quick in the transition, but I think they're missing a big player that can really make them dangerous in the transition. But I also think they're not a great team, Villarreal, because I watched their game back against Arsenal. They didn't look great. All they did was just defend. That's what needed to do, though, in that second leg. But I also think they are a dangerous team on the counter-attack. They're very dangerous on their set pieces as well. I think it could come down to one of those games where someone makes a fuck up on a set piece, and who makes a fuck up on the set pieces? Sus. I think we must defend properly as a team. As a unit, we have to keep it compact at the back. Cannot afford to make mistakes. And Villarreal, they pass themselves away through the team as well. And they pass the ball in tight areas as well, where you don't expect them to get the ball through to. And that's what we're going to expect from them, definitely for sure. And they're going to expand and expose the defence as well. Defensively, we have to get it right. We cannot afford to make a mistake. We've got to be on it. Luke Shaw's got to do his job. Tuanzebe's got to do his job. The centre-backs are going to have to do their job as well. And what they like to do as well, typical Spanish sides, 10 men behind the ball, and they defend well as a team. It's going to be one of those games where whenever we're on the front foot, they're going to put 10 men behind the ball. They're going to defend as hard as they can. They're going to frustrate us defensively. And it's down to us of pass the ball in the right certain areas, pass the ball to the right player, stretch them out, close the player down when they've got the ball as well. We cannot afford to zonal mark in this game. We must defend properly as a team. The back six have got to do their job properly as well. We need to be on our A game from start to finish. I think it's going to be a very tactical and technical game. I think we've got to prepare well for this game. Definitely for sure, not only just physically but mentally as well. We need to show the fight, the heart, the passion, the pride. The fans are going to be there. The fans are going to be cheering on the team. We've got to play for the club. We've got to play for the badge. This is our biggest game yet. We need our football intelligence there. It's head up, look at a player in space, look at a player that has got that opportunity to score, look up, pass, and then when you get these chances, score on your chance. We need to get in between the lines as well. And I think we need to be very, very physical with this team. We need to look big and make ourselves strong as well against them. We need to capitalise on their mistakes as well, because they are going to make mistakes, and they made mistakes against Arsenal, and Arsenal didn't take their chances. And we need to make the right pass as well, and we have to stretch them out. And I think it's all about we have to defend properly as a team. And I do sort of worry about our defence with Harry Maguire for this one. And we need to get behind the team. It's a massive game. We need to be on our A game. This is going to be a very technical and tactical game. And we must defend properly. We need to go out there, show pride, fight, passion, pride, show the heart as well, show what it means to us as well. The fans are going to be there. They're going to be behind the team as well. And we need to have a good start. Quick and bright start is needed against these lot. Quick and bright start, high intensity, high tempo. Use the energy as well, and raise the bar when we can raise it as well. And make the run as well. Make runs in behind. Get between the lines. When you get the chances, we must take our chances. And it's all about make the right pass. And it's going to be a tactical game, and we have to be on our A game. I'm so nervous for this, because if we mess this up, oh my god, you will not believe the rage next week. So win this, I'll be over the fucking moon. And we just got to go out there and go and expose their weaknesses. And that's what the aim of the game is. Go and expose their weaknesses. Put them on the back foot. I think if we can get the first goal, they'll realise, shit, we're in this position where there's loads of time left. So we've got to stay patient. But if we can get the second goal, then they'll be like, wow, well, what do we need to do in the second half to turn this around? So I think have a quick and bright start to this one. High intensity, high tempo, take your chances. And when you take your chances, score on them as well. Score on your chances, it'll turn out to the result that we want to be in the end. And please win this game. That's all I'm saying. Win this game. Get your hands on some silverware this season, and I'll approve that it has been a great season for Manchester United this season. Getting into the goals now. First goal, Shaw passed the ball to Bruno. Bruno flicks it onto Fred. Fred runs, pass the ball to Cavani. Cavani runs and shoots and scores for 1-0. Second goal, Fred passed the ball to Greenwood. Greenwood passed the ball to Bruno. Bruno puts a fantastic cross in for Cavani, and Cavani heads it in for 2-2. Fantastic movement. Getting to the stats now, possession for Roma, it was 52.8%, and for Man United, it was 47.2%. Goals for Roma, it was 3, and for Man United, it was 2. Total shots for Roma, it was 22, and for Man United, it was 13. Shots on target for Roma, it was 12, and for Man United, it was 5. Shot accuracy for Roma, it was 54.5%, and for Man United, it was 38.5%. Shots inside the box for Roma, it was 19, and for Man United, it was 7. Shots outside the box for Roma, it was 4, and for Man United, it was 5. Total passes for Roma, it was 535 passes, and for Man United, it was 493 passes. But the pass accuracy for Roma, it was 86.7%, and for Man United, it was 86.2%. Getting to the substitutions now, Shaw went off for Tellez. Talk about Luke's performance. Not his usual level and got caught out on one occasion, but De Gea spared him. Also taken off at half-time. Wan-Bissaka went off for Williams. Talk about Aaron's performance, but front over Celia's challenge, but was lively in his half before he was withdrawn at the pause. Pogba went off for Matic. Talk about Paul's performance. Suffered from being removed from the left to accommodate Van der Beek. Sacrifice for Nemanja Matic as United shored things up. Cavani went off for Rashford. Talk about Edison's performance. Should have scored before he made it 1-0 before half-time. Roma's defence were an absolute dream to play against, and he got a second. Fernandes went off for Mata. Talk about Bruno's performance. Linked up well with Cavani before he crossed for the Uruguayan second, offered a valuable respite in attack. Next up, we've got Villarreal in the final. This is going to be our biggest game yet. Our biggest game of the season. We've got to take this seriously now. Villarreal are going to be coming into this game all guns blazing. They know it's going to be their biggest game as well. Unai Emery versus Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to get their hands on that silverware? Who is going to lift up that trophy? And that is the big question that we've got to ask. Villarreal, I'm expecting a good game. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be very tactical, very technical in the game as well. Before they come into this game, they've got Real Madrid. They've got a massive game as well on the weekend as well. And if they lose that game or potentially don't have the confidence, then they've got to really lift the confidence then going into the final. I'm expecting a very good game against Villarreal. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. Our biggest game yet. Biggest game of the season. Ollie's going to have to get his right team selection, his right tactics on the night. We need to go out there, all guns blazing, win the game. High intensity, high tempo, high press. Play with a higher line as well. When you get higher up, when you play with a higher line, you've got the options going forward. And when we get the chances, we have to take our chances. It's one of these games where we have to take our chances. Take your chances, score your chances. And when you score your chances, you'll win the game. And definitely, we've got to win this game. Biggest game yet. Looking forward to it. I'm going to be so nervous on Wednesday. I'm excited, and Ollie has to get his right team selection. Cannot mess this up now. This is it. The final is here. Come on, boys. I'm going to pray, and all I'm going to say is please, boys, win. Do it for the team. Do it for this. Do it for the badge. Bring it home. Bring it back to Manchester, and we will look forward to some celebrations. Definitely, for sure. I would celebrate all night. If we win this, 3 a.m. kickoff here, boys. All you have to do is win the game, make Man United fans happy, take that trophy back to Manchester, and that'll be a fucking great season. Win the game, boys, and this is our time to shine. Go out there, show everything that you've got. Go out there, and the fans will be right behind you, and I'm going to be right behind you as well. Come on, boys, we've got this. We've fucking got this. Ollie needs to pick the right team. He needs to put the players in the right positions. He needs to balance the team out right. The structure in the team needs to be right. When he depth in the team, and he needs to select the right formation for the game. Villarreal are scoring 1.9 goals per game. So far, Villarreal are conceding 0.6 goals per game, and that shows how well they are defensively. Villarreal have the 7th best defence in the La Liga. In the Europa League, Villarreal haven't lost a game in their Europa League campaign. And please, boys, go and beat Villarreal. Go and beat them, please. This will be our 5th meeting with Villarreal. Won none, drawn 4, and we've lost none. Man United haven't beaten Villarreal. Hopefully we will beat them for the first time in the Europa League final. Man United haven't yet lost to Villarreal. The players to look out for is Asenjo, Casbar, Albiol, Torres, Funes Mori, Foyth, Espuninan, Moreno, Costa, Cabrera, Peugeot, Ibora, Trigueros, Coquelin, Pena, Gomez, Pedraza, Capu, Pino, Biena, Moreno, Baca, Asalsa, and Nino. Hope you guys are enjoying another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.